You know when you're walking around and you stub your foot on the edge of the bed and then you hit it in the wrong place and you're just like, it's that kind of day. Let's go. Welcome to the 365 vlog. Hello people, today is April 4th, 2016, day 95 of the 365 vlog. We're going to talk about arts and things. So as you may or may not know, I am a self-proclaimed artist because I like to put stuff on paper, pencil to pen, any other medium to the paper, and create stuff. So this all started as me being a kid, growing up, watching TV shows, cartoons, and wanting to emulate what I saw on TV. I really enjoyed what I saw, so I started very hard, diligently, every day, at the crack of dawn, waking up with my pen in hand, drawing beautiful pieces of art that looked amazing. That would be a lie if I was actually being honest. However, over time I came to actually really enjoy drawing, and what I got out of it was just making my own characters, basically just rehashes of what I saw on anime, on TV, and stuff that I just liked in general that came out of this noggin of mine. Now as the years went on, I actually started to fall out of love with art. I actually took a time, there was a period where I drew nothing, and then my parents motivated me to get back into it, and it actually turned out for the better. Now I question whether it was an economical choice or it's just one that I'll be talking about today, which is being a starving artist. So the starving artist in our society today is a trope that basically lends itself to somebody who creates art, but as we know, art doesn't usually pay the bills as much as being a doctor and or a lawyer. Sometimes I find myself coming to a head with the thoughts in my head like, did I make the right choice in becoming an artist? Maybe I should have chosen a different career path. But then I look at it and then I see so many things that I don't see myself actually being able to do. And it's one of those cliche things, but I really think that art in itself can actually change a person's perception about the world, or give them ideas, or just inspire them to do something great. But at the same time, you have to leverage that without also being marketable. That's the hard part in this whole art game, I think. So I constantly find myself trying to find ways to market myself, because first of all in this whole art game, you need people to see your work. If anybody is not seeing your work, they're not going to know who you are, so that's the first step. Now this is the age-old question that I've been asking myself: how do you gain exposure in a market that is just so flooded with different types of art? Now I can't answer you this question because I'm not there yet. When I finally find the answer, I'll get back to you on it. If you actually have the answer, well, tell me about it. But I'll tell you what I do know about this topic a little bit. Now what I do know is trying to gain exposure is that you need to be very integrated somewhat into social media and in the real world. You need people to see your work, you need to show your work, and just get it out there as much as you can and as fast as you can. But also don't forget to not skip out on quality, because if your work ain't quality, ain't nobody want to see it. So what's the point? So now for some reason you got to the next step, which is you've got all these people looking at your work. Now how do you get them to feel invested to it and whatever you're trying to create? Maybe it's fan art, maybe it's your original creations. You got to figure out ways to just like get people really involved in what you like to do. Because at the end of the day, if people aren't attached to you in some other way outside of your art, it makes them hard for them to get that, like, you know, that little warm fuzzy feeling you get in your chest when you're thinking about all the nice things. Yeah, if they don't have that feeling, then maybe they're not going to be as likely to respond well or like really dive into what you have to offer them. But those 2 points aside, one of the most important things, like I guess getting your work out, is actually doing the work. Talking about it and thinking about it is great, but if you're not creating anything, then you're also stuck in another rut, which is not creating anything, and that's not helpful to you at all. And it really hurts you. As much as you may not think it does, it actually doesn't progress you at any rate, and it doesn't help you. And one of the things that I am slowly trying to learn, and it is very hard for me to understand, is patience. I'm not a patient person, but this is one of those things that really requires you to be patient and wait and understand that everything will come to a head when it is time. And that is the real hard part, the waiting and the suffering and the thoughts that go, well, maybe I shouldn't do this, maybe I should change. But I think one of the things that you can do is hold your convictions, hold hard and steadfast, and just fight through all the hard times. Because when you're patient enough and with a little bit of exposure, knowing the right people, and I also say this, coining in a little bit of luck, that you may actually get somewhere where you would like to be. At least that's what I'm hoping. Shit. Those are some of my thoughts when it comes to being a starving artist. It's actually really hard. Like, art is not an easy thing by any means. The thoughts that you have to think up here are you have to be very innovative and very creative in anything that you're doing in terms of this field to stand out, because the internet has become so big. There are so many billboards for so many different artists. How do you stand out of the rest? This is a message to myself, mind you, because I need to remember this shit on the daily, because I live it and experience it, because it's fucking hard. Whew. That was some, like, pent-up aggression. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think. This is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it maybe helped you think about maybe where you're trying to go with in life in terms of your art career or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Just remember, hold steadfast, be patient, work hard. Those are the things that you're going to need to get far. Hey, that sounded nice. But if you made it to the end of this video and you like what you saw, don't hesitate to hit the like button. And also, if this is your first time seeing my face, it certainly won't be the last, because I make new videos every day, and I hope that you enjoy them. But people, question of the day: if you are an artist, are you starving, or are you full to your stomach with so much food that you're actually really successful? And I'm really jealous of you. How'd you do it? Tell me in the comments. But yeah, guys, I'm Vandal. Keep it 365. And yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace. Boy.